Take that a step forward, though, when we talk about the trusted data and AI, and everyone's talking about AI, but what does AI readiness look like from a data perspective?
That's a good one, Gavin, because it's not just the ability to access it, right? It has to be explainable data. And you have to know where the data lives, how it's structured, how it moves between your different systems. It has to be your foundation, right? And if your foundation isn't governed and contextual, then AI models will generate insights without meanings, right? But when your data is clean and connected and aligned to the business rules, AI becomes merely an extension of your strategy, right? Not the motor, but the oil that goes in the motor. And you don't really consider it as a remembered high school science experience anymore. That experiment is no longer because AI is here, it's here to stay. But again, you can't just operate it in a way that you've got this motor and you're not filling oil in that motor, then, it's just going to crank out and do whatever it wants to do on any given Sunday.
Yeah. And I'll say, like, in an ideal world, right, it would be great if all your data was clean and governed. However, for retailers who've been around for 50 plus years, who probably have a lot of legacy systems, there is probably some amount of data cleanup that just needs to happen. And it's probably consistently ongoing. So that data ready to me means just trying like an application. I'll go back to what I said before. We're trying a domain that once you can basically tackle that and understand that the data that is supporting it is solid, then I think, that's when you can basically say, okay, we feel like we're AI ready. But I think it's just going to be an iterative process, like I said, for a lot of retailers with these legacy systems.
Yeah.
And sorry, Gavin, I just want to throw in, I like the fact that you brought up legacy systems, because for some people think legacy is the name of a system, which it is not. And it operates just as the term legacy reads. If we don't get to a point where we are allowing data to be our biggest asset, then we're going to continue going down this cannonball run where I'm always going to be behind my data instead of in front of it. So it's a good point that Michael brings up legacy systems. And I know we'll probably talk more about it as we have conversation.
No, that's great. Everyone, by definition, has some type of legacy system, and there's data in it, and there's data that's produced from it. And the moment you get new systems, which you always will, you need to have a plan in place for your data.
Indeed.
Just the way that it goes.